Well, clear. Alrighty, as we continue along here, on the left side of us is the Gated greenhouse. This is the horticulture center part of the zoo. All the plants that grow in here. And we do have a very wide selection of plants. Some of them are very endangered in the wild. Very, very lucky to have them. And just like the just like the animals, the plants are also divided into biogeographical themes, meaning you bring abstract, for instance, all plants and shrubbery that you see there, along with the animals, are native to that continent. Now on the right side of us is the first enclosure for the Preswell seahorses. We do have multiple enclosures for them, only because we want to replicate conditions in the wild. Now we are in fact traveling alongside the southern area of the Eurasian continent right now. This is the bottom right section of your map. Lots of cool animals to see here. The next stop, by the way, is Eurasia. But in this section you can see animals like the Amur tigers, formerly known as the Siberian tigers. The location changed, the name changed only because of the location. They're no longer found in Siberia. And also here you can find red pandas, very, very popular animal here at the zoo. And also the kangaroo walkabouts, where you're able to walk with kangaroos without a barrier. The only thing that separates between you and the kangaroos are tree logs, and they separate the path that you walk on and the grass that the kangaroos walk on. Now the Himalayan Silver exhibit is actually in this section as well. They are located right across the shoals, actually located right to the right side of us. It's very difficult to see look behind the trees and plants though, but you can get a much better look from the front side of the enclosure. Again, they are located right across the wild dogs of the Eurasian continent. They're called bulls. Interesting fact about the solar is that they can actually leap the length of the zoom field approximately. So use their jumping abilities to take down prey, which can be 3 times their weight in the wild. They're extremely powerful animals, given their size, a little bit smaller than cheetahs. But just after the stop sign towards the right is the second enclosure of the Preswell seahorses. Now they were discovered by a Russian explorer, and that is where the name came from. A long, long time ago in the latter part of the 19th century in Mongolia. And they're also known as the Mongolian wild horse, because they are in fact the only true breed of wild horse, completely independent and on their own out there. And at one point, their population numbers come down to about 20 or so. At that point, Mother Nature took over, and the Przewalski horses started to breed with themselves in order to save their entire species. But since then, their population number has reduced around 6 or 700. Very, very glad to hear about this at the zoo. And if you're able to see one with a white mark on his neck, you should be the one way off in the back. His name is Boris. Boris
Sorry, people didn't want to be shown on camera.
A little bit bigger than ponies, but a lot smaller than the domestic horses, which are probably more used to see. Now it is going to get bumpy again. I want to remind everyone to hang on tight, and especially tiny small children will have to be on board with you as well. Now just over your left shoulder, you'll be able to see Percy. Percy is a scimitar horned horse.
Over there.
When a horse shoots the antelope, they are extremely good at feeding the heat. They have all kinds of ways of retaining water inside their body. They can hold off their sweat to about 46 degrees Celsius outside, and that's when they will try to burn fire. And also, horses are able to recycle water inside their bodies by way of their kidneys as they extract it from the nutrition for all the vegetation that they eat. This equals to 10 months without water if they need to. That's how long they can survive without it. Very, very tough animals in this regard. But over there on the left-hand side of us is the European reindeer exhibit. Now I just saw one walking around in the back part of it. Very popular animal here at the zoo, especially among our children. Now in the wintertime they do change colors. They bring on a white fur coat that's very similar to the polar bear one, where each hair strand on it is hollow in the middle. And towards our right is the Back Street Camel House, by the way. Much more viewable from after the Eurasian stop if you decide to exit. Back to the reindeer, along with the caribou, they're the only species this year where both
we're having turbulences. Sorry.
The antlers do fall off seasonally. This is the main difference between horns on the animal versus antlers.
Over there.
Horns are attached to an animal by way of bone structure. Antlers are not. That's why they're able to fall off the animal freely without hurting them. Now towards our left are some more camels. The ones with 2 humps are called Bactrians, and the ones with 1 hump are called dromedaries. Now the Bactrian camel over there, his name is Lexi.
We got a camel for us today.
Now if you notice, his fur coat is very, very light, very, very thin. In the wintertime it actually becomes extremely thick, especially around his neck. His mane will actually touch the ground in some point. That's how thick it becomes. And in the summertime, they can consume about 57 liters of water in one sitting. They will keep it stored in their bodies for months and months at a time if they need to. Approaching us is the last